Today I'm incredibly excited to share with you the story of my rare 1959 MGA Twin Cam. Now this was a car designed and built for racing and one of just 2,111 ever made. Now I tracked this car down 13 years ago and it was sitting in a barn unit in South Africa. And in this episode I will take you through its incredible story, how it ended up in the barn, and what I've done to bring the car back to life. So when I found this car in 2011, it had been sitting in that barn for about 3 years. Now the seller had bought it from a deceased estate in 2008. And this is where the story gets even better, because that owner in that deceased estate had bought the car in 1970. That's nearly 40-year ownership with one owner. Now I knew this car was rare and very special, because these MGA twin cams were designed for endurance racing at events like Le Mans, and they are very different from normal MGAs. They have upgraded steering, upgraded chassis, they have disc brake all around, but most noticeably, they have these knockoff Dunlop racing wheels, really designed for Le Mans, also available on the D-Type Jaguar. Now these MGs were built in very limited numbers between 1958 and 1960. They cost significantly more than a normal MG when new, so I knew this was the holy grail of MGs. Now the previous owner who'd bought the car in 1970 used the car pretty regularly, but in 1979 he made a significant change. The twin cam engine, which was known for its reliability issues and being a bit difficult to maintain, was removed for this much more reliable pushrod engine. And sadly, he left the twin cam engine on a farm and it's been lost to time. The twin cam engine was known for its complexity. So with this pushrod engine, it gave the owner years of reliable use. He was a member of his local MG club, and this car was used regularly over the years at many MG events. So by the time I found this MGA twin cam, it hadn't been used in years. It was very tired, it was dusty, but underneath all that dust, it looked like a relatively rust-free example that was just waiting for a second lease of life. My father inspected the car for me and sent me a bunch of photos, and I bought the car sight unseen. We immediately started the restoration process and we had the car stripped down and repainted. And luckily it's what we thought, a solid rust-free car. The original interior was green and very worn, so I decided to replace it completely with this red new interior. Now the original wiring had gone all hard and brittle, so we decided to replace the entire wiring harness, got all the electrical components working and gauges and switches. And then mechanically, this pushrod engine had very good compression. So we renewed the tank, rebuilt the carbs, put in a new high torque starter, electronic ignition, rebuilt the steering rack, clutch and brakes. Now the car handles superbly for something built in 1959. And even without the original twin cam engine, this pushrod motor makes for a really smooth and reliable drive. The car is an absolute joy. So this MGA now resides with the rest of my collection here in the UK, and bringing it back to England felt like a perfect full circle moment for this car. There's something magical about driving a rare MG like this in the UK. It's the roads, it's the scenery. It's just like the car was meant to be here all along. So what's next for this rare MGA twin cam? Well, ideally I would like to find an original twin cam motor and return the car to its original factory condition. But for now, this pushrod motor gives me a great driving experience, gives me a reliability and everything I need. And just every time I take the car out, reminds me why I love the driving experience so much. So I hope the car can stay in the family for many years to come, and I can have its equally long-term ownership as the previous owner. Thanks all for watching another episode of RC Classic Garage, where I've taken you through the history of this MG8 twin cam and how I came to own it. The channel's all about the ownership experience of sharing and enjoying the collection of cars with you guys. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you all next time.